You don't know what it is to be without power. If politics doesn't interest you, it means you have no interest.
They have a lot of issues in their backgrounds, and some of them are newbies in the government, yet they are taking the presidency.
The most difficult part is to decide properly and to choose the right person that will serve our country.
So let our mind and eyes be open about politics. Vote wisely.
We need a leader that can lead, a leader that is a role model to others, especially in the youth.
This coming 2022 election is my first time to vote for the national election. I do not really know how to vote, what is the process inside the election booth, and how many hours it will take. These are the simple questions that bother me.
You don't know what it is to be without power. If politics doesn't interest you, it means you have no interest changing the world that already suits you. That is from one of my favorite movies in Netflix, and I know we can relate with this context with our advocacy for this video.
Personally, I believe that this coming election will be all mess. After all participants are also well. They have a lot of issues in their backgrounds, and some of them are newbies in the government, yet they are taking the presidency.
This coming election 2022, we should think for the best. As a first-time voter, social media has a big impact on whom we should stand. Netizens giving their opinion and data based on their biases.
In addition, the most difficult part is to decide properly and to choose the right person that will serve our country.
I finally have a chance to vote for the election for this year, and I am looking forward to choose the best candidate among them all, since he or she will be the leader for the next 6 years. This will be my first time to vote, but I know I am confident enough to choose what's right for the country and let the candidates prove themselves with the desired position that they want.
I also think that there would be a lot of news flying around saying that these participants cheated and all that, so I don't really expect a clean election. But with all these things, I believe that if we really open our eyes and see not only the present but also the future of our country, we will be able to elect the most suitable leader of us all.
We've seen a lot of different strategies in terms of campaign. The usual is they have flyers, poster, and music or original theme song of the candidates. In the other hand, there are still some political candidates who've used vote buying. Here in the Philippines, who else is famous and rich they become elected?
Everyone has to think critically when it comes to elections, and this is something that we should not take for granted, since it will not only reflect for you and your family, but for the sake of every people living in the corner of the country as well. The people who will be present for that day must be certain of their desired candidates and already scrutinize each one of them.
How about the politician who already have an experience and knowledge in governance? They are the one who's not yet elected.
As a first-time voter, I am not that sure on my bet to presidential position. Most of the people here in our country is not that wise to choose their leader. They are not knowledgeable enough on how their leader is credible on the chosen position. In the midst of pandemic, we witness how trashy the leadership we experience.
Let's not repeat what happened in the past, and I'm expecting everyone to aim for better, aim for a leader who's competent enough to lead, aim for someone who proved themselves for the past years, were dedicated and passionate with this kind of field. The change is really coming if we think rationally critically and rightfully
For me, if there is a chance to meet them personally, I hold their hands and I will look into his eyes. There are sayings that eyes do not lie. I believe that if he or she is decided to run for the change and the welfare of the Filipino, to help the poor and boost our economy,
This administration must be an eye-opener to us. If the people of the Philippines may be as wise as our youth today, we can have the life that we expecting. We need a leader that can lead, a leader that is a role model to others, especially in the youth.
I will support them.
the future of each and everyone. I will use my intellectuality to vote the best and vote wisely.
Over 52% of the registered voters are the youth according to the Commonwealth. As a youth, we choose the right one. The one who are capable to lead us, and the candidate who has a faith in God and has a commitment to follow human beings.
To be able to distinguish the right person to lead us is to make sure that this person will help us grow to be a better country.
As one of the youth who will vote for the election this year, I know youths are intellectual enough to create a basic foundation for their best candidate, and I believe we have our stand to not rely upon false information and break the stigma that youth must follow the elders' decision in terms of politics.
My purpose on this coming election 2022 is to choose for the best. As a teenager, I am very open to topics about politics as I grow on a generation where social media blows. We should raise our standard on choosing the right leader, so don't settle for less and think twice before you shade your ballot paper.
Me, myself, as a part of the new and growing generation, we can be the voice. We can use it to influence each other to vote the appropriate leader. Our future is on our bare hands. We need to choose difference. Our voice is the future of the upcoming year.
And of course, to be a disciplined citizen. To vote wisely for the right leader and not to be bought with money or untrue promises. I will vote what is right. Look and listen. We need a leader to lead us upwards and not downwards.
Politics. Let's support someone truthful and capable enough to manage, lead, and be competent. Someone who has really heart for all those people living in this country.
Listen to those who do not hear. We will prove that youth is the hope of our nation. We do a background check. I will use my own stand, and I respect yours. You should not go with the flow.
I am the right choice. Go ahead and raise your voice. Let's aim for something better, not someone who will treat us like litter. Let's really prove that youth is the hope. Do your research and broaden your scope.
Don't be a fanatic, be a wise voter.
Our vote can be the voice. Our vote can change the future. Our vote counts.
But without corruption, a blessed nation will be under construction.
You can be the way on the brighter future. I'm Antoinette Bergoro. Vote wisely.
Hi everyone, my name is JavyC and this is our Advocacy.
I am AlexandraC, and this is Election Advocacy 2022.
And I, JorellRowddyR.Yao, and this is the Election Advocacy Campaign 2022. Vote wisely.
Ating dangal ay alagaan, maging tapat, wag kalimutan.